Have you ever heard of Ramses the Great? Of course, you have. His name echoes through history. But what if I told you that the foundation of his legendary reign was laid by someone else? Someone whose legacy is just as grand, yet often whispered instead of shouted. Today, we journey back in time, before the golden age of Ramses, to uncover the story of his father, Seti I. This wasn't just any pharaoh. He was the great restorer, the master builder, the warrior who brought Egypt back from the brink. Imagine an Egypt in turmoil. The revolutionary reign of Akhenaten, the heretic king, had shaken the very foundations of the empire. Traditions were shattered, the old gods were abandoned, and the nation's power was fading. It was into this chaos that Seti I ascended the throne. He wasn't just a ruler, he was a mission, his goal: to restore the divine order, balance, and justice that Egypt cherished. He was the architect of a renaissance, a man who understood that to build a future, you must first honor the past. Seti's military campaigns were swift and decisive. He marched his armies into Syria and Libya, re-establishing Egyptian dominance and securing its borders. Inscriptions at the Great Karnak Temple boast of his victories, showing him as the quintessential warrior pharaoh, smiting his enemies and returning with tribute. But Seti wasn't just a conqueror, he was a diplomat and a builder. He knew that true strength came not just from the sword, but from the chisel and the prayer. He initiated massive construction projects across Egypt, not for his own glory, but to honor the gods whose favor he sought to regain. From Abydos to Thebes, temples rose and monuments were restored, each stone a testament to his piety and his vision for a renewed Egypt. But to truly understand Seti's soul, we must descend into the earth, into the Valley of the Kings. Here lies his eternal resting place, KV-17, a tomb so breathtaking, it's often called the Sistine Chapel of ancient Egypt. Discovered by Giovanni Belzoni in 1817, it is the longest, deepest, and most completely decorated tomb in the valley. As you journey through its corridors, you walk through a celestial map. The ceilings are painted with astronomical scenes, a brilliant blue sky filled with golden stars. The walls are not just decorated. They are inscribed with sacred texts like the Book of Gates and the Amduat, a complete guide for the pharaoh's soul to navigate the treacherous underworld and achieve rebirth with the sun god, Ra. Every chamber tells a part of this divine journey. The vibrant, exquisitely painted reliefs show Seti in the presence of the gods, Osiris, Anubis, Hathor. The colors are so vivid, it feels as though the artists just laid down their brushes. This wasn't just a burial place. It was a machine for eternity, a portal designed to ensure the king's transformation into a deity. He built this masterpiece not as a monument to his death, but as a testament to his profound belief in the afterlife and his devotion to the divine order he had worked so hard to restore in the land of the living. Seti I laid the groundwork. He stabilized the kingdom, filled its coffers, and restored its faith. He passed on to his son, Ramses II, an Egypt that was powerful, prosperous, and ready for greatness. While Ramses would go on to build on an even grander scale and put his name on everything, many of his greatest achievements began under his father's reign. So next time you marvel at the wonders of Ramses the Great, remember the quiet strength of the man who made it all possible. Seti I, the builder, the warrior, the father, whose magnificent tomb remains a silent, breathtaking testament to the pharaoh who brought Egypt back to the gods. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure into history. See you next time.